Please like and subscribe. As part of the nature of our game as a pitcher is that we will increase speed and then plateau out, increase speed and then plateau out. It would be so much easier if just we could get through that first year of pitching lessons and you come into your own in the motion, and it would be easy to say, you know what, we can gain 1 or 2 miles an hour a year and we will end up at 60 something, 70 miles an hour. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. Increasing speed has a lot to do with the developmental process of going through puberty. When you get a little 8, 9-year-old girl who has really tiny hands and she's just learning, she is building her speed through mechanics. And then she hits the growth spurt, and then the growth plates are hardening at the ends of her bones, and she is developing at a much faster rate. And it's not just the bones growing and she's getting taller, it's the muscle building as well. And then you see another big speed gain, which is always really fun. Now, fast forward a couple of years, the growth plates have hardened. The pediatrician has given that pitcher the go ahead to be able to start working out with weights. And then we see another speed increase again, which is always fun. And how much of an increase really depends on how much effort they put into the weight training. And as girls, I've seen a lot of girls kind of be hit or miss with how much they throw themselves into the workouts. Other than those few times of bursts of speed that we get in between the plateaus, sometimes pitching can get frustrating and we need a little speed hack to increase a mile an hour or two in that instant gratification. And so I'm going to share with y'all a few tips that I tell my pitchers that usually gets an extra mile an hour or two out of them instantly. The first speed hack is actually, it has to do with anatomy and the way that God made us. And it is just simply taking your arm and whipping it around in a circle over and over and over, gradually getting faster, about 8 to 10 times. And once you get through, you look at your hand and you'll notice that your fingers turn red. Well, what's going on is the blood is running to the capillaries, and you have that fresh, oxygenated blood. It's hitting the muscles. Usually we don't get that much blood flow into that part of the muscles, into the capillaries. And so in about a minute or two after you get through doing that, go and throw the ball. You should feel better and faster. The muscles rejuvenated to be able to really throw yourself into it a little bit quicker. So that's hack number 1. The second hack also deals with arm speed, and it's by simply taking a Lite-Flight ball, which I believe is about 2 ounces, and throwing it as hard as you can. What it enables your arm to do is twirl around in a circle faster, and you can do it one of 2 ways. Single circle, throwing yourself into the pitch 100%, or triple circle, getting fast, faster, fastest, and trying to get the most out of the arm speed that you can. After doing that for about 10 throws, go back to full pitch, and that fast twitch should hopefully carry over into the real thing. I've had great success with it. I have better success doing that versus the weighted balls, which this allows your arm to go around in a circle faster. And what they're trying to do is transfer over that same arm speed with the Lite-Flight balls to the real ball. My third hack for increasing speed to get instant gratification out of that practice session is to simply focus on getting a lot of surface area brushing by your side when you go into the whip. Okay, so the more surface area coming and brushing by your side with a good hip angle, not a bad hip angle, so that you're not going bone on bone, elbow bone to hip bone, will create a faster catapult, tighter catapult, quicker width, faster pitch. Think about from here all the way down coming into your torso, which is also your joint stabilizer, which is why we don't necessarily have to count all the reps like they do in baseball, because in overhand they don't have a joint stabilizer out here, and in underhand we can go a little bit higher in reps than men in baseball since we use that joint stabilizer. So have your pitcher come in with a lot of surface area, and usually if you tell them to lower the brush interference, the faster the pitch. That's usually a great magic wand that I tell my pitchers, and I get an extra mile an hour or two out of them when they actually do it. Focus on a lot of surface area, brush them by your side. It always works. It's probably one of my favorite things to help that pitcher kind of get out of, stuck on that 1 mile per hour and they're trying so hard to reach that next new high. And then my fourth speed hack has to do a lot with the mechanics, making sure that you're using your posterior chain driving into the bottom half of that arm circle. So the second that your left leg, that's your stride leg if you're right-handed, touches down, you squish your tush. You're squishing your hamstrings, you're squishing your glutes, your calves, driving in knee to knee. And you want that pitcher to make it feel like a jolt, a sudden jolt, a very twitchy motion. And what it's going to do is it's going to help drive more muscle behind the pitch itself at the most important time when we should be the fastest, which of course is the climax of energy here into the release. So bottom quarter of the circle or quadrant of the circle is when you want to be squishing the tush, the posterior chain. That sudden jolt of the backside usually gets an extra mile an hour or two out of my pitchers. And again, it is great instant gratification, speed gains. Try it, throw yourself into it. A lot of what I'm telling you deals with intensity and how much the pitcher throws themselves into that particular mechanic or drill. It tells you how much they're going to get out of it. So don't be afraid to really throw yourself into it, because these really do help, whether it's the drill or whether it's the mechanics that you're emphasizing. It really does help a pitcher get faster. I hope that these help you, and please, please, please leave a comment down below and share your ideas. What is a great speed hack that works for you so that we can all try it as well. Thanks. Please like and subscribe.